Imagine eating a juicy beef Wellington when suddenly you realize you have been poisoned with a death cap mushroom. Who can you trust and what they feed in you?
I'm devastated. I love them. And I can't believe that this has happened, and I'm so sorry that they have lost their lives.
Police say you're a suspect. Do you have anything to say about
that?
Yes,
I say I didn't do anything. I love them.
And as they were walking around the reserve, she was telling the jury that she found what she believed to be death cap mushrooms growing not too far from the base of an oak tree.
Welcome back to Grim World. Today we dive into a dark, grim, and shocking story revolving around a death cap poisoning that resulted in, get this, 3 deaths. This true story happened in July 2023. An Australian resident who goes by the name of Erin Patterson cooked up and served a toxic beef Wellington laced with a death cap mushroom to her in-laws in Leongatha, Victoria. This cooking procedure taking place by the master chef Erin actually resulted in 3 deaths, as mentioned, and 1 critical illness. She was later convicted of murder and attempted murder, which resulted in receiving a life sentence. Well, I would assume so, wouldn't you? Now let's break down the wife's fatal lunch and the investigation that followed. I mean, we all knew she was a horrible chef, come on. Now on July 29th, 2023, Erin Patterson was hosting a family lunch at her home for her beloved parents-in-law. Aw, so sweet of her. It was Dawn and Gail Patterson, along with Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and her husband, a local pastor, Ian Wilkinson. Now within a day of consuming Erin's meal, all 4 guests fell violently ill with severe gastrointestinal symptoms. These symptoms rapidly escalated to acute liver failure. Now that's no joke. You see, Dawn and Gail Patterson, along with Heather Wilkinson, tragically died within days. Now, Ian Wilkinson, who was the sole survivor, spent nearly 2 months sick in the hospital before recovering.
There's no fluke that Mum's final text message on our family group chat as she lay in Dandenong Hospital was, "Lots of love to you all."
You see, multiple doctors and toxicologists were concerned that their symptoms were indicative of serious toxic syndrome caused by ingestion of Amanita phalloides mushrooms, also known as death cap mushrooms. Now let's jump forward to the trial and defense. During Erin Patterson's high-profile trial, she maintained her innocence, claiming that she was the inclusion of the deadly fungi, technical term Amanita phalloides. It was an unfortunate and accidental result of using a mixture of store-bought and previously foraged wild mushrooms. Ah, I see. An old case of wasn't my fault. These here be store-bought, and those there was looking good on that there ground growing fungi. I don't buy it.
And you won't believe what we found growing in plain sight. A highly poisonous death cap mushroom.
This looks harmless. It looks like something you might see in a salad.
Prosecutors argued that the pattern of research suggested deliberate intent. A 2021 Facebook post was also highlighted, in which Patterson described a cat becoming sick after chewing a mushroom, despite not owning a cat. Prosecutors argued this pointed to her awareness of the fungi's dangers.
The prosecutors, they illustrated a pattern of deception. No way, I never would have guessed that. They highlighted that she indeed lied to investigators about owning a food dehydrator, which she was later seen on CCTV dumping. She also fabricated details about where she sourced the dried ingredients. Erin is quite the storyteller with a great imagination. The jury ultimately rejected her defense of accidentally poisoning, as she claimed. They knew damn well that she had intentionally administered the lethal toxin. But why? I'll tell you at least one of the reasons. In Grimworld's opinion, this is a standard hyperfascination with true crime which turned ugly. You see, after going over her disturbing records, they indicated that Patterson had been an active member in a Facebook group which focused on the crimes of Kelly Lane, a woman who was found guilty of killing her 2-day-old daughter in one of Australia's most notorious cases. I'm sure you heard of it.
They started investigating the case and they ultimately ended up charging her for Tegan's murder. They were never able to find Tegan or this biological father. He's never been identified.
Now, for years, from behind a computer screen, Erin Patterson built up a reputation in an online true crime community as a super sleuth. You know what that is? Today, she herself has become a true crime obsession. We learn justice is served as we reach verdict and sentencing. In July 2025, a jury found Erin Patterson guilty on 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. An Australian judge sentenced triple murder Erin Patterson to life in prison with a non-parole period of 33 years for poisoning 4 of her estranged husband's relatives with death cap mushrooms. Can't make this shit up. Justice Christopher Bale emphasized the profound breach of trust and the devastation inflicted upon the extended families. They can't just recover from this, but sometimes we just have to move forward. The sensational nature of the case drew intense international scrutiny, prompting massive true crime coverage and documentary features on the Go Soft platform Netflix, such as Death Cap, The Mushroom Murders.
Suspected food poisoning.
Holy ish! Erin Patterson invites her in-laws over for lunch and they had beef Wellington.
Whatever Erin and her husband were going through, I feel it didn't have to lead to all this. Death by a death cap mushroom? And who can you trust if not your wife?
Tell us about the meal that you cooked.
And what did she have against her husband's family anyway? If anyone has answers, let me know. This case has got me puffed up.
Don is still in hospital. The loss of Ian and Heather and Gail. They were some of the best people that I've ever met. Gail was like...
Take your time.
Gail was the mum that I didn't have because my mum passed away 4 years ago.
If you're listening to Grimworld, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out our Spotify. I'm out.